welcome back to my channel. So Kate Middleton has decided to snub Prince Harry for obvious reasons. I think that at this point in time, especially after their latest scandal with naming their daughter Lily, and we will not say the rest of it, Kate feels physically sick at the thought of even seeing Harry again. So therefore, she has decided, in my personal opinion, to not attend the upcoming unveiling of the Princess Diana statue that Harry and William had commissioned quite some time ago. The event is going to be on Thursday, and last minute changes were suddenly announced as of yesterday evening regarding who would be in attendance. Now, apparently, it has been scaled down due to restrictions of the pandemic and COVID. But in my personal, humble opinion, I think that Kate really had no intention of attending this event. And of course, we have these weird demands by Harry that have been made behind the scenes, whereby he only wants a limited amount of press at the event. So he only wants one journalist, one reporter, one cameraman, one photographer, so on and so forth, which is due to his shame over how he has acted. So I'm going to get into this article by The Mirror, and it basically says that the Duchess of Cambridge's expected absence could prove frustrating for many of Diana's friends and family who had hoped to reunite the warring brothers. So there's this long-standing narrative which I think is extremely unfair to place upon the shoulders of Kate, that she should have acted or should be acting as a peacemaker between Harry and his brother William. Now, if I was in Kate's position, I personally would not want to fulfill that role, especially since Harry's wife has basically attacked Kate on not just on national TV, but on an international global stage. She knew factually that everyone would tune into that Oprah Winfrey interview who was remotely interested in the royal family. And a lot of people, most people are curious about it. And they would hear her statements regarding Kate allegedly making her cry on her own wedding day. And you would have to be a pretty awful person to make someone cry on their own special day. And I think that Meghan wanted to cry on that day, not because of Kate or anything that Kate done to her, but simply because of the tensions and the humiliation and the drama that was going on with her family, constantly talking to the press around that time and trashing her. She was getting dragged left, right and centre. And she was on edge anyway, due to her own crappy actions. I'm going to continue a bit more with this article so I can give you guys my thoughts and opinions. The Duchess of Cambridge had been set to join Prince William and Prince Harry at Thursday's event, but palace sources say the warring princes will now only be joined by Diana's close family, as plans for 100 plus people to attend were scrapped, which I find to be quite strange. I don't think it's anything to do with the pandemic, because of course we have opened up over here and everything is going to relax in July. The restrictions are getting less and less. So it's very unlikely that it was due to the pandemic. People are going to football matches. People are having big gatherings in local parks. People are even going to wine bars and filling up restaurants. I've seen it myself. I've done it myself, okay? So I do not believe for 1 second that the COVID is the reason as to why they are limiting and scaling down the event. Kate was a confirmed guest earlier in the week, but new plans including banning media and a scaled back guest list were amended yesterday following Prince Harry's arrival back in the UK. A royal source told The Mirror, "This is a small event and a very personal moment for the family. Plans have been scaled back due to the current pandemic restrictions, and media arrangements reflect both the size and the tone of the event," which of course we don't believe. A Kensington Palace spokesperson said Prince William and Prince Harry will attend a small event to mark the unveiling of a statue they commissioned for their mother Diana, Princess of Wales, in the sunken garden at Kensington Palace on Thursday. In addition to the close family of Diana, Princess of Wales, members of the statue committee, the sculptor Ian Rank Broadley and garden designer Pip Morrison will also be present. The event is being held on what would have been the late Princess of Wales's 60th birthday. The Duchess of Cambridge's absence could prove frustrating for many of Diana's friends as they wanted her to be a peacemaker, which, as I've just said earlier in this video, is extremely unfair to put all of that pressure on her shoulders when A, she's not the troublemaker, and B, she doesn't have a solution for insanity. How can you rationalize and help someone come to the light and see sense? And it's a one-sided war. William is pretty much just acting as defense to Harry's constant vitriol and attacks. He's pretty much just trying to defend himself and the institution in the limited ways that he can, even though the Queen has enabled them to fight back by dropping the never complain, never explain policy and allowing royal family members to shed some light on some of Harry's constant allegations, which are complete lies. So it continues on here. The trio were expected to walk in together, but the brothers plan to make separate speeches and jointly pay tribute to Diana's legacy. The rift has grown between William and Harry since the latter moved to the United States after stepping back from frontline royal duties. And another reason why I think the plans were changed last minute was because of the naming of Lily. I think that it was really hurtful when they discovered that Meghan and Harry had pretty much just copied their daughter Charlotte's name, and then they also took the Queen's childhood name of endearment and gave it directly to their daughter Lily, who wasn't even born in the UK. She's not going to have an English upbringing. She will never have any respect or understanding for any of the royal traditions or customs, and it was pretty much all done to exploit the royal connection. How low do you go? How disrespectful does one really get? And Harry and Meghan indeed are extremely disrespectful. And I just really do believe that Kate just is sick and tired of it, and William is sick and tired of it. And there have been other revelations regarding what William said after the royal funeral of the late Prince Philip. He actually had some quite harsh words to say about Meghan, and he referenced her as that bloody woman. She doesn't want to talk to Harry. She doesn't want to be associated with Harry. We're all sick and tired of him. We're sick and tired of his rubbish. So with all that being said, guys, I'll be back with another video. Bye, guys.